Hey world, 9 minutes motivation at 9 a.m. is inspired by me and today sponsored by Top of the World. I'm Deepak here and my life is beautiful and stay on top of the world because I work as worship. So here we begin the top of the world journey with a beautiful sunrise in my background. Life is truly, truly beautiful. Mind and space have a brilliant connection. Brilliant means brilliant connection. All our thoughts are there in the space. Like how we have a radio, the music does not come from the radio, it comes through the radio. It picks up the music in the frequency that is given to every radio transmitter, transistor, and like that it picks up. Like that all our thoughts are also like thought waves at certain frequency. My mind is like that transistor which picks up my thoughts in the space that I live in. And that's how mind and space is interlinked, interconnected. Brilliant, amazing science. So these spaces has those thoughts. For example, when you go to a temple, in temple there are always thoughts of people related with surrender, devotion, bhakti, prayers. So all the time you go to temples, church or any place of worships, you feel peaceful, calm, quietude. When you go to places like discotheques, pubs, a lot of noise, chaos, a lot of other thoughts. So the moment you go in that space, you start thinking like that. Go to a theater, you start thinking like that. So depending on the spaces, the thoughts that are released are stored there. So mind and space has a beautiful link. In fact, you'll be surprised that suppose, I remember one of the situation I can tell you is, I had one counseling done long time back and the husband and wife used to always fight. So they came to me for counseling and saying that we have been fighting from last almost close to 6 to 8 months and every day we fight. Even if we have times we have resolved things, but still we end up fighting moment we enter the bedroom. I told them, the problem is not that. Even if your mind is clear, resolved, the moment you enter the bedroom, it's filled with so much of your last few months of thoughts or the arguments, the fights, all the chaos. Your mind picks up those thoughts and it ends up you making into argument or disturbances. So why not to shift your bedroom, which means maybe do something, can't say few things right now. Example, I told those people, why don't you do a havan, a homa, so that fire will burn out all the negativity and maybe shift paint the color of the bedroom differently, do something which can actually create a change of thoughts immediately. And maybe for few days shift to some other bedroom if you have extra guest bedroom is there. They literally followed my advice. For next almost month or so they shifted into a guest bedroom and painted this room and did some small havan there. Not from a religious perspective, but the fire burns the negativity of the space. Within 30-45 days when I met them again and they said it worked. It's a simple science. Change of space creates change of thoughts. Every space is filled with the thoughts that you carry for a long time. And you can just observe from now onwards. The moment you enter, I know people, the moment they come into Kingdom College, they're different kind of vibes, they're different kind of vibrancy. The moment they come into my space where I live, where I think, they start thinking solutions, they start thinking creativity, they look forward for life because that is the thoughts which I always carry in my life. And then there must be some places where you meet that person or in that space, you feel negative, you feel low, you feel drain of energy. All this thing happens. Why? Change of space creates change of thought. Bigger the space, bigger the mind. And that's the one amazing reason I keep coming to nature, because nature has no thoughts. There are no thoughts released in nature because all these plants, all this environment, the sun, the element, they absorb all the negativity and only feel everything positive here. That is why a lot of time doctors also tell you this. If you have any health issue, you're stressed up, they ask you to go to a hill station and stay. The reason is not hill stations are brilliant. Any change where there's tremendous amounts of, huge amount of space, free space, natural space, I think it just freshens you up. And the reason today we are in top of the world, the reason I keep bringing people to nature and I keep visiting the nature very regularly is because moment I come in nature, I get people in nature, the vastness, the humongousness of the nature actually slowly start absorbing all your thoughts. And actually within few hours or maybe in a half a day or so, your mind is absolutely peaceful, calm, quiet. And then that space slowly start getting filled into your mind and your mind is clear. If you want, you can try out this. As you start traveling out of your city, within few hours, when you are in the outskirts and then you're on the highway, in fact you start forgetting or you don't remember all that happened or that happening in the city life. And when you come back from a 3 or 4 days or 5 days of journey, as you walk back or as you drive down or as you land back in your city, and as you start moving towards your area, again you start picking up all the thoughts. Space holds thoughts. So, if you want to change your thoughts, change your space. It's as simple as that. Change of thoughts bring about changes in the, change of space brings about change in the thoughts. And here we are in the beautiful, beautiful nature. Beautiful, beautiful valleys. Beautiful, beautiful mountains, valleys, rivers, lakes. God knows how many more beautiful miracles are we going to see today. And it's all is going to help all of them to come back with freshness, come back with energy, come back with clarity and see and experience tremendous amount of peace as they live in from now onwards. And I think all of you, whichever way possible you can do, anytime you feel disturbed in your small room, your house, I think the best thing you can do is just walk out for a nice walk in the streets or in the nearby garden, nearby park. Pick up your bike, go for a drive for next 1 hour maybe, and you come back with a lot of freshness. Change the space. Change the space and your thoughts will change. In fact, simple things. In study room, study. In the living room, live. In the kitchen, eat. The moment you mix up the things, you will create chaos for yourself. There's space for everything, and you should do that only in that space. It makes a lot of sense in life. If you want to change your thoughts, change your space. It's as simple as that. Bigger the space, larger the space, the more faster it can help you. And the best thing is nature. Nothing like nature. Moment you see a human being, in the human being, thoughts get kindled. But the moment you get into nature, nature doesn't kindle thoughts. So here we are going to be in a state of thoughtlessness and purity and clarity. Come back to all of you with huge life. Let us believe, yes, it's possible. Let's begin this beautiful, beautiful top of the world. Here we go. I believe I can. I believe I am. I believe I can. So guys, go set and grow. मुझको जुनून है.